aware of coastal alerts and conditions, especially if you're down along the East Coast, the Atlantic coast into Florida, up through Georgia and the Carolinas. That's where we're really watching for some rough coastal conditions, riptides, a lot of rainfall, some things that can create dangerous situations. Now, another thing to keep in mind, designated areas, they exist for a reason. Make sure you are sticking to those for any kind of swimming. Now, if you do get caught in a rip current, the key is to swim parallel to the coast until that kind of passes and you're able to get back to shore safely. Another thing to keep in mind, wave heights. Make sure as you arrive to the beach, you just kind of get an idea of what's going on, not just with the wave heights, but just kind of in general. What is the situation? What do you need to be doing to stay safe? If you are in the southeast right now, especially along the coast into the Carolinas and Virginia, most specifically, but even down into Georgia and Florida, Saturday is the day you need to be paying attention to, because this is when we are talking about some of those impacts from what is tropical depression throughout Friday evening, but is likely to become a tropical storm by Saturday overnight. This is when we're forecasting landfall, 4 a.m. Sunday. So we're going to start to see some of those impacts Saturday. Sunday, we see that landfall very early in the morning. Now, it doesn't stay a tropical storm for long, but these rainstorms still going to do a lot of damage as far as impacts. We're not talking about widespread damage necessarily, but we are talking about flooding. We're talking about storm surge. We are talking about some stronger winds. So let's break it all down. First of all, overall, we're talking about some impacts for those of you highlighted in yellow here. Our AccuWeather real impact scale number, it's less than 1, but this is still something to take seriously and something to prepare for, even though we're not talking about a hurricane or a major hurricane. Here's what we're looking at as far as the rainfall. The darker green area, that's where we're talking about 2 to 4 inches overall, but your AccuWeather local storm max is 10 inches of rainfall. That's just the rain. We also have the storm surge to talk about. For these areas highlighted, 1 to 3 feet. Now, even a couple inches of rainfall, that can lead to some flooding, but 1 to 3 feet, yeah, that's going to cause some problems. So be prepared for some flooding, but then also the wind. We're talking 40, 50, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Yes, that's kind of on the lower end of things when we talk about these kind of tropical systems, but that can still do some damage. It can lead to some power outages. It can lead to, trees down, things like that. And especially it is going to be hot this weekend. So power outages are not something that we want. Make sure you're preparing now.